And hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome here. We will today. Happy New Year for everyone. Today, I will be moderator. I'm Amir from Infotrack, and together with me is Henry Lee, our speaker today. I'm here to first welcome you to the first free webinar for this year, which is titled as Sustainability Green Project Management in the Era of ESG. Now, l- let me talk you through the topic for we cover today. Uh, First, what are the potential benefits integrating green project management practice in your organization? The second, what are the challenging in the implementing green project management and how to overcome this obstacle? And the third topic today is the effective solution to integrate the sustainability principle into the project life cycle. Okay, everyone. This 2-hour webinar session provide a clear understanding of the benefit of the green project management, identify common obstacles faced when implementing green project management, and discover proven strategies to address this effectively, and also action solution to integrate sustainability into projects. Okay. I will pass this floor to Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
sure. Thank you
Hey.
so much.
Okay. The floor is yours.
All right. First and foremost, good morning, everyone. And then just now I heard Track here saying that this is the first webinar that they do for this year 2025. So definitely happy new year to everyone, and it's my honor to be the first speaker and this to do the sharing for this Track, all the participants here and the people, my friends here. All right. So today I'm going to talk about this green project management in the era of ESG. So before I go into the detail sharing, so let me share a bit about myself to you guys first, because maybe some of you may not know me. So let me share about myself. Let me share the screen. All right. So you shall be able to see the screen right now. Okay. All right, great. So before we start, right, I would like to ask every one of you, how are you today? Good or very good? So if let's say you are good, you can write down in the chat box there. You just type one. One means you are good. Okay. If let's say you are very good, you type two. If let's say you are very good for today, you type two. But of course, you feel that today you are super good. All right. Then you type three. Super good, you type three. Is it okay? You just type in the chat box. I'll have a chat later so that I know that when you come to this sustainability topic, green project management topic, you are in the good condition. All right, that's very important because we need to walk the journey all the way to 2030, all the way to 2050, our ultimate net carbon zero, all this. Right, it's a long journey. So we might make sure that we have a very good, healthy body, mind, and soul to walk all the way. All right. So for me myself, right, it's very simple. I'm Henry Lee, as you can see from the screen here. So not very handsome, okay. Still can look like still can look. So I'm this Southeast Asia project consultant and trainer because for last year and this year, mainly my focus in Southeast Asia. So like I just came back from this Indonesia, Medan yesterday. Just came back. Well, mainly I explore and gather all the latest trend and information, wherever the best practice that these countries they are doing, like Indonesia, Vietnam, even Brunei. We went there to do this, conduct the training. So I gather all kind of these best practices and then bring back to Malaysia so I can add value to our local industry here, including every one of you here. So this is my whole, this System Pack, my platform, that's what I'm doing here. So I'm the Certified Green Project Manager, GPM, and then also the Certified Project Management Professional, PMP. I believe some of you, maybe you are having the same certificate as well. And then me, myself, these few years, including current this year, I'm the board director for the Board Project Management Institute, Malaysia chapter. So of course, I'm also the external advisory committee of Sunway University Department of Engineering and the Sunway University alumni. That's why right now I become the external advisory committee, so that from the academic side, we have the latest research and development that I can bring in to add value to all of you as well. And then another thing is I have this, I'm able to win some awards for this from this Malaysia Education and TWEB, as you can see here. One thing is very important is about the sustainable project management. Another one is sustainable investing. So these two parts is the key backbone of the System Pack, sustainable project and impact investment. So this one I will share all my knowledge to all of you guys for this sustainable investment and project, how to do it green. And then in my past working history, so I work as a project engineer. My profession is mechanical engineer. So I work as a project engineer, project manager in the Europe oil and gas company, MNC company. And also I work in this senior manager as a senior manager in the ITIL cement listed company. So throughout my journey in this project management, I've been through the manufacturing, this oil and gas company, construction company, and then this entrepreneur in the recent years, and explore the Malaysia local market as well as the Southeast Asia market. So right now it's like across all these small, medium, big scale of company, how they do the project, the way of working. So right now, everyone need to align, go to sustainability. That's why green project management is one way that we can communicate and link everyone together. So let's see some of my working these partners so far in this training and the consultant. So as you can see from here, this one is from this, I conduct a training to the Brunei Prime Minister Office, the Department of Energy, because Brunei is just like Malaysia. They are right now doing this transformation from the conventional, traditional, this oil and gas country, the economic, they are transferring into this renewable energy. So I went there to conduct training for them regarding project management, and then we exchange idea about this renewable energy, this green, how to do a project green. And this one is the JKR, Malaysia Public Works Department, the Jabatan Kerja Raya. So for this part, right, mainly I went there to give a talk to update them about the PMBOK, the project management body of knowledge, about the latest version, how is it going on, so that Malaysia, our local development, infrastructure, construction, we can keep up to the date, up to the trend as well. Yeah, so this one is very interesting and very fun. So this one, I had the opportunity to go to this US, Atlanta, because the Project Management Institute, every country got a chapter, and the HQ is in US. So this one in end of this 2023, the October time. So I able to go there, and then to meet all these very high quality professional project manager around the world. So some of them, they are from France, some of them, they are from this Canada, some of them from Sri Lanka, Japan, and then this guy in the middle, this guy is from this Zambia. So his name is Billy, also one of our good friends as well. So we're able to exchange all these project management skills about this sustainability, how they are doing it. So able to exchange idea, and of course my intention very simple: gather all the information around the world and then bring back to Malaysia so that they have the best practice. Of course, right now in year 2025. What I'm trying to do is to export our Malaysia idea, export Malaysia best practice to other countries as well, especially Southeast Asia country, so that we can on the same pace of everyone to develop Southeast Asia. And this year, coincidentally, Malaysia is the host, the so-called, we assume the chair of this ASEAN. So it's very important for us to go towards ASEAN for this year. So this one is the Project Management Award, year 2024 for last year. So I'm this winning committee as well for this Project Management Award. So basically we have two categories. One is for the Conventional Project Management Award, it's the predictive type. The other one is the sustainability. And under sustainability is the Sarawak Metro from Sarawak, they won this award. They are the champion because their project is the MRT coaching, powered by hydrogen. Is something very distinguished, very special compared to Peninsula, what we are having right now. So it's something that this year, now is January. So after Chinese New Year, we are planning a field trip to go to this Sarawak to have a site visit, understand how they do green project, how they do this kind of sustainability project. So it's something that very interesting. Looking forward to that for me. That's why if let's say you're interested, please come and join us. And then, of course, definitely Summer University is about the stakeholder management. So because when towards with Summer University, they are the one kind of like one of the pioneer in this academic that leading towards this sustainability. They work together with Cambridge, Harvard, all this in sustainability. But there's one thing that very important is about the stakeholder management. Because 2030, 2050, although we have a big goal, we want to achieve sustainable development goal, we want to do ESG, but seriously, so far, no single individual person, no single company successfully to achieve this, the so-called 100%, the target that they set. We're all still on the journey. That's why how can we enroll, convince our stakeholder is a very challenging part. So this is one of the biggest challenging in our this green project management towards the ESG transformation by towards hitting this SDG goal. The stakeholder management is always the most challenging one because how can we enroll someone that something that we never do before, but we tell them let's work with us together. That's why today I will also ask you to just follow whatever that I do. I will share my best practices to every one of you, and then we can exchange idea, and then we find out the best solution that custom made to your nature of business, your nature of project. Then we work together, walk this journey towards this SDG. I think that's the best way for every one of us to marching on. All right. So this one is the University of Nottingham, Selangor, Malaysia as well. And then this one is Junior Achievement, Asia Pacific, this young teenager. So they are around the world organizing event, also some of the project management knowledge. And then this one is for this real estate agency, mainly it's about the top performance team. And then this one is very special also in this Mandalay. So we went in there for this real estate project training. But the thing is for this part, right, is mainly about project management side. The sustainability is not there yet because they have the unconflict inside. So the peaceful part, the SDG goal, the partnership, the 17, goal 16 is something that is urgently to be implemented in the country. However, I myself do not dare to stay longer because in this event, 8 km further is actually the bomb, everything happening. So we went in, we practiced the highest risk management for this kind of project in this kind of country. So this one is Hong Kong, okay, Business Network International. And this one, BNI, right, some of you may also join this kind of BNI association. But the thing is, this part, this BNI in Hong Kong, the particular focus on the ESG for this sustainability, the whole chapter based on the ESG. So it's something very interesting. That's why I invited to join their session to have a look and do some sharing as well regarding the green project. So this one is an open university. This one is last year that we did one online webinar, something like this, also about green project management to all their professors, lecturers, and students as well. And many, after that session, a lot of these PhD students, we get connected, and then we see how can we drive some data-driven ESG and also green project management. So this one is a sustainability consultancy firm. So they are very good, all professional, even better than me. They are better than me. They are all professional in this sustainability transformation. However, from the green project management point of view, I was there to conduct the stakeholder management again. Because in this green project management, stakeholder management is the most important. How to enroll, convince your higher management, your boss. How to enroll your peer or other HOD, head of departments. How to enroll your whole project team, other administrative team towards this so that everyone will do green project and contribute some of the information and contribute aligning to the ESG transformation of the organization. So this one is something very challenging for the stakeholder management. So I was there to support them on this part. So this one is Summer University Industry Advisory Panel. And then this is a project management training that I always did for this part. So this one is the PT Pertamina, Jakarta. So I went there last year around this October, and October, I remember it's a national day of us, okay, Merdeka Day. So I went there mainly to conduct how to to do my sharing about how to integrate green project management into the project life cycle. Because my background is oil and gas as well. I got construction, oil and gas, real estate, all this background, manufacturing as well. So for this oil and gas, I can contribute to that for this part. So later this, I'm going to share to you as well. So whatever that you are listening is actually the same that I share in this conference. And this one is Cymax Malang. So this one is organized by our PMI Indonesia chapter. So again, the same thing, I share to them about this green project management because this kind of like a second strategy. All right, later I will share with you what is that about. All right, that's about me. So if let's say you have any question that you want to know more about me, you can put in the chat box. And of course, I'm married. I got 2 daughters, 14 years old and 10 years old. All right, because sustainability is a long journey. So we need to make sure we get married, we got daughter, we got children, we got happy family. Then we can walk a long journey in this sustainability. All right, put that introduction aside. So right now I'm going to share with every one of you regarding this sustainability, green project management in the era of ESG. Of course, if you have any questions, you can put in the chat box or the Q&A. Later this I have below. All right. Just now I still haven't seen anyone put in the are you good, very good, or super good, 1, 2, 3. So if possible, you please put it there so that at least I have some response from you guys. Because my main concern is to make sure that you are good when you come to the webinar, listen to what I say. Then I feel a bit appreciated for that part because I really want to deliver whatever best practices that I have to every one of you. All right, let me start. All right. So when it comes to this sustainability, right? Oh, thank you, Numai Sarah. Oh, you have a 1. Good. Thank you so much for your response. All right, I appreciate for that. You make my day. Okay, I'm good as well right now. All right. So today's topic is about sustainability, green project management in the era of ESG. So we'll focus on 3 areas. It's about the benefits, about the challenges, and the integration. So mainly these 3 parts. So the whole essence of this, right? Why do we need this green project management? Is actually right now we are kind of like falling behind from the goal that we set in this for the United Nations, the SDG 17 goals. All right, the SDG 17 goals there. Actually, every country we commit to United Nations saying that we are going to set what kind of this target that we want to do. For example, the carbon emission, we want to reduce it. So all these were certain targets according to this UN 17 SDG goals. But the thing is, for example, Malaysia, last year, we announced our result, so-called checkpoint is 2030. So right now, we only about 43% on target. So that means we're still kind of like falling behind because we left only another 5 years. So 2026, 2027, 28, 29, and 30. So left only 5 years time to achieve the 100% that we set. So other countries around the world averaging only on target for 17%. On target for 17%. So that's the thing that we say that, hey, this 17% can actually kind of like drag the whole progress in project. This schedule point of view is like we are behind the schedule. We need to do something to crack the schedule, okay, to crash it, our schedule, make it faster, to expedite it. That's why is it so important for us to implement green project management? So this green project management can actually act as a parallel strategy. Besides this ESG transformation strategy, we can actually act as a parallel strategy for this green project management so that we can expedite the whole progress of this to drive the ESG success. So I'm going to share with you how are we going to do that and some of the pain point in the journey for this. So for this session, right, it's actually capture the essence of green project management to drive the sustainable decision making and ESG success. So when you look through this slide, right, it's actually the essence of the whole my presentation today, the webinar, the content today. So main thing here, you can see that green project management, sustainable decision making, ESG goal success. So it's actually saying that our organization, they are doing this ESG transformation. But then when deep down to their daily business point of view, the project point of view, a lot of decisions need to be made during the business process or the project execution. Do you agree? I believe most of you are doing project. When you come to this part, I believe your background should be some project basis from some project basis company. So when you do project, right, throughout the project execution, there are so many decisions you need to make. So here, what we need to ensure is the decision that we make during project execution is kind of sustainable, or we put it this way, is sustainability focused. So that is very important because this sustainable decision making can lead us and can drive to the ESG goal success. When the ESG goals are success, the metrics, the reporting are good, so we can actually lead the whole organization, our company, towards and align to the SDG 2030, total 17 goals over there. So there's something very important that we want to do this alignment so that our country and the whole world, everyone, every nation, we can on target to those goals that we set for the 2030. Instead of 43% for Malaysia, average for whole world is 70%. We should implement another strategy like what I said, green project management, to expedite, to act as a parallel strategy to expedite the whole progress. So that's the whole essence. So here later this you can see a lot and hear a lot that I share is about sustainable decision making. All right. So now you also ask yourself, when you do this project execution, have you really come to a very mindful that you are doing a sustainable decision making? Or you sometimes you are like, not sometimes, most of the time, you'll be kind of like biased to the profit oriented, right? I'm going to share with you more on this part. Okay, so this integrating ESG into project life cycle, because when you talk about green project management in the era of ESG, right, that means how are we going to integrate the ESG? Because right now in the market, what we hear a lot is about ESG, ESG, ESG. Hey, is your company do ESG, Mr. A? Hey, Miss B, your company do ESG or not? Miss C, Mr. D. So we ask everyone and everyone asks each other, hey, your company will do ESG or not? So sometimes this may give a perception that this ESG is the organizational level. So it's not something related to the daily business activity or some project execution. That's why when I walk around this in Malaysia and also in Southeast Asia, I get a lot of feedback from the project team saying that, hey, I mean, ESG is nothing to do with us. It's the organizational. We are doing project. So there is a gap in between the organizational, when you do the ESG transformation, towards this, we can say that the project team. So the gap we need to fill in, there's a connection to this part, which is this green project management. That means the way of us to do the project. So that's why here, by integrating ESG into a project life cycle, then we can have this green project management strategy. And then this can help us to achieve our mission, where we want to place sustainability in the heart of project management. Sustainability in the heart of project management. You are still doing what you do as this conventional way that you're doing project management. It's fine. You do whatever it is. Do not need any super technology to help you to enhance what it is. Just remain whatever they are doing. Just remember to add a layer of the sustainability on every segment of this project management. So later this I'm going to share with you as well on this part. So here there's an explanation about this sustainability. What is this sustainability about? In case some of you may not know the definition of sustainability, because I will not go into details. What is this sustainability? What is the meaning? How they come from a nation? A bunch of people working on this. We got collaboration. I will not go into that part. That one, the detail one, is another session, the 2-day session. But today, this one, mainly I let you know about sustainability. Sustainability is actually meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So this is very important because we do and then we create whatever the result that we want based on the resources that we have at this generation without taking our future next of kins, our children, grandchildren, their resources to get the result for ourselves. So this is something that we call it, is kind of like we can sustain generation by generation. So that's the meaning of sustainability. All right. So that's our mission. We want to place sustainability at the heart of project management. That's why it's a sustainable, it's a green project management. So green project management, as of right now, today's condition. So nowadays, right, this project management, the landscape is actually undergoing a green transformation. A green transformation. However, a lot of people, a lot of including our project team member, some of even in Indonesia, I went or this Brunei. So some of them they still think that like just like Malaysia, a lot of project team members that we thought that most of us we thought that green project management refers to the green, the environment part. It's actually it can align to our ESG framework, and of course, at the end of the day, it all derives from the SDG goal, total 17 goals. So environment is just part of that. We still got another two parts that we can contribute to. So actually here you can see what I write here to get as a message to remind everyone to achieve the sustainable development. Today's project should in fact have three balance sheet. That means the triple bottom line: the planet, the profit, and the people. So this triple bottom line is very important. Of course, there is a long track of history, how they come to triple bottom line, why they divide until planet, profit, and people. The one is in another session. So this one, you grab this information first. Okay, this key point first. Okay, let's say this is the first time that you deal with this triple bottom line. So planet, profit, and people. So in SustainPack here, my SustainPack and consulting training here, what we focus is actually we give a very simple, general description so that everyone you can understand. When it comes to the planet part, actually what we shall do for our project or our company business is actually when deal with the planet, that means this is more likely to this environmental part, we go back to basic. So in short, for example, whatever design that we do for our project, we want to do something, design some of the product in our project execution stage, all this. So actually we can go back to the simple design. Do not need to add some this bombastic or some fancy special features just to fulfill the purpose of marketing and then to make more profit. So for example, if let's say one of the product we can use, let's say 3 steel rod, we can convert it, then we use 3 steel rod. It's a basic design. But of course, sometimes because of marketing purpose, we want to categorize, attract our customer. We may design something additional, another 2 steel rod, make it 5. So the additional steel rods that we design, at the end of the day, it will go through this manufacturing process, which in consequences, it will produce more CO2 emission during the factory. So this will contribute to the scope 3. So scope 3 is something like the identify where is the carbon CO2 will be emitted. So it's a scope 3 over there. So at the end of the day, it will affect the sustainable of the whole supply chain. So the big picture is there is a bad impact to our sustainable supply chain. That's why here, come back to a simple word. When it comes to design, come to our planet part, whatever design it is, back to basic. So this is something for planet. And another one is for the profit. For this profit, it's very simple. Okay, you can see here what we propose the most is what we want to do here is less is more. Of course, it's kind of like ironic. What profit we want to optimize it, right? We want to maximize it. I mean, maybe this is your KPI. So if there's any one of you in your company when you do project, your KPI is a must maximize the profit. Must maximize the profit, then you type a max, M-A-X in the chat box. Type a max, M-A-X in the chat box so that I know you are in that kind of working environment. Because stakeholder management, as I mentioned this earlier, is very important for you to enroll, okay, to convince your higher management. Actually, profit in this sustainable, this green project mentioned here, what I propose is actually the profit, less is more means short term, less profit is actually leading to the long term, more profit. Because whatever cost that you spend for this project to towards this sustainability, Actually, at the end of the day, it can help you to gain more this reputation from your customer, from the end user, from the community, and the positive impact that you create to all the stakeholders is actually greater. And at the end of the day, you can gain more contract in, more PO in, or the project is more successful. You have more partners that are willing to join with you, because everyone right now in the market, they are looking for sustainable partner, because everyone is building a sustainable supply chain. So you need someone, some company that is ESG compliant, some individual, the project team, that they know green project management. So actually, whatever that you are sacrificing right now is actually for a better profit in future. That's why here we put in a simple word. Everyone you know this, less is more when you apply to profit. So when it comes to people, it's very simple. In this sustainability, including green project management, what we practice the most, where we want to direct, relate our green project management towards the SDG, under this people part is pay it forward. Pay it forward. Because under this SDG goals, number 17, is all about partnership around in the global here. So about partnership. So about partnership is basically the exchanging of idea, and also the knowledge sharing, idea exchanging, knowledge sharing. So here, this part pay it for is actually when we are together with this our team member, project team, with our other stakeholders. We share the knowledge, we share the idea. That means something like now I share with you, or coaching, or consulting, or teaching, whatever it is. It's actually the information we're passing on to each other, and then we exchange it so that we can find the best practice. As I said, this sustainability is a global project. As the G17 goals, ESG transformation is a global project that no one achieved before. Do you agree? No one achieved before. So we need to keep paying forward, okay, for everyone, so that we all can expedite the whole progress. Because this project, okay, sustainability project, is different from others project that we had in our this market at the previously. Why? Because this project, the clock is ticking down. 2030 is coming. From 10 years back, 2015 that I mentioned, until now, 2025, 10 years passed. So left only 5 years. And recently, we do have this kind of experience, very weird climate change. Even though in Malaysia, sometimes very cold, sometimes very hot, we ourselves starting to feel it. And then the clock is ticking down, left only 5 years to 2030. And personally, my opinion is this sustainability project, I count like 90% can say that confirm it will delay. Do you agree? It will delay. So 2030 may delay to 2035. And then the ultimate 2050 net zero, this goal may delay again to 2060. Some country already proposed they can't do it in 2050. They want to make it in 2060. So 2060 until now 2025 still got another 35 years. So by the time 35 years, are we still in this world? We do not know. But at this moment, what can we do? That's why green project management come into the place. So add something that you guys already know about project management, just to add another layer of sustainability into it. No need to wait for others to tell you, hey, let's do this, let's do that. But actually from us as a project leader, we can start to do something. All right, so what I said just now is actually how are we going to integrate into this sustainability into this project management to make it green. So this is something that before I go into that part, so let me create a connection between you and the big word sustainability, right? I believe some of you in this webinar, you are the expert, you are the professional. Maybe you are much better than me in terms of this kind of technical knowledge, everything. But right now, to those of you who are not still very understand about this sustainability, the relationship between sustainability and you, let me share with you now. So the big word sustainability is on the top. Sustainability is here. So this sustainability is on the very big word, everyone talking about it. But what is it really related to you? So now here, I create a connection between you. You can see here, we are at the very low part here. Okay, one is the upper part, one is this below here. So you is here. So sustainability is on the top here. So under this sustainability is very huge, this word. So United Nations saying that let's go for this sustainability, but it can be tangible, it can be intangible, depends on how you interpret it. That's why United Nations come out this SDG 2030. SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. So total 17 goals, and then total under the 17 goals, all the goals that I said, total we have 169 targets. 169 targets. So this SGA 2030 give everyone an understanding, oh, that's the goal they want to achieve in year 2030. For example, some of the goal number 8, decent working environment, and then some this life above the water, life below the land, all this. So there are many things that we can do. However, 17 goals across all different perspectives, different segment. That's why it's a bit confusing, still confusing for most of the people, especially for company. So which one shall I do? Shall I align to this goal or shall I align to that goal? So there's still some noise over there. That's why this ESG pop, come up. So what is this ESG? So ESG is actually a framework. Again, here I will not explain in details. Later, 2 hours not enough. So let me put it in a simple way. ESG is a framework. It stands for environmental, social, and governance. So it's a framework. So the ESG is a framework that let the investor and all your stakeholders in your company around your company so that they can assess how this company is doing in terms of sustainability. So they make it under the ESG. So actually you can do a mapping for the SDG 17 goals. You do a mapping to ESG, these 3 pillars, environmental, social, and governance. So because it's a framework that derives from this SDG as well. So when you have the ESG, it's something that we heard a lot. So organization, they say, hey, I want to do this ESG. Like our Bursa Exchange, all the listed company, they're all kind of like must. It's a compulsory things. They need to do the ESG transformation. So they are doing that. But again, SDG, ESG, what to do with me? ESG is for organization, it's for listed company. If your company want to take the green loan, sustainable loan, green incentive from bank, then you need to go for ESG so that at least the bank can see your ESG reporting, or there's a report card, you are doing green, you are doing sustainable business. But right now, what to do with you, right? So that's why here, what we want to say is actually every company, you do business. And all kind of business, like majority fall under project. That's why you can see our national budget, a lot of project being initiated. This RTS, HSR, maybe 1 or 2 years later. Special economic zone just signed yesterday. This Johor and Singapore. And then upcoming this Penang LRT just started, the first station just announced. So a lot of project, not only Malaysia, Southeast Asia, the same thing. Indonesia, they already have the HSR, high-speed rail, from Jakarta to Bandung. Next week, I'm going to Jakarta. So I'm going to test, to try, okay, on the HSR as well. So all these projects being initiated, and they are now aligning themselves to ESG, and then the framework, and also they want to achieve the SDG 2030. And all these projects are initiated by the big company, listed company, large company, by the government. So when they initiated this, the objective, the business case is going green. Now, that's a connection because every one of us, majority that you attend this webinar, you are from the project basis company, right? So when you're from project basis company, you are doing project. If let's say you got a contract or your company initiates some project, sustainable, green, then you yourself actually you need to manage the green project. And this project is managed by you. So the connection is linked. So now you can see that in order for you to run a green project, first and foremost, you must have this sustainable leadership, as I mentioned. And this leadership, right, is actually throughout this project execution, you lead to create the result. The output and the impact from your project is actually sustainable. It's actually create a positive impact in terms of ESG when as an outsider assessor, when they measure the result outcome. So in order for you to have this sustainable leadership, you yourself shall have this key characteristic. Okay, what kind of key characteristic? Of course, you may say that one of the characters said is, I want to save the world. I want to save the world. I'm a superhero. Can, no problem. You can put it that way. But another normal, simple word is, you must be committed. You must be inclusive. You must be responsible. So this is something that key characteristic is also aligned to the SDG 2030. When you go through the 17 goals, it's the same. Equality, all this. So all this, right, actually is come from you. You already have that. It's just that right now, we need to shift our mind. Because previously in project work, it's very simple. Look at the budget that you have. You just do it. Maximize your project. Deliver within the time, within the scope, within this time, scope, and meet the quality. So all this, right, within the time, scope, budget, then you meet the quality, then that's all. But now it's a bit different. You need to think of sustainability. That's why this is the connection from you to sustainability. Now you know the project is evolving, as I mentioned in previous slide, is evolving to green. So how are we going to do that? Here, I believe most of you, all right, you already know it because some of you maybe 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years project management experience. This 10 knowledge area for you is very simple. You already know it. So some of you just enter the project, but no worry, only 10 knowledge area at the moment for this part. Then most of the company they're practicing, like integration, scope, time, cost, quality, risk, resources, stakeholder, communication, and procurement. Of course, in terms of PMI, project management, still they have the latest, this pinboard knowledge, but I don't want to confuse everyone agree here. I just use some layman term. This one is most of the SME company they know. I'm not saying that this apply to this listed company, large company, because you guys may know more in depth of it, right? So right now, because even though you know more in depth, but you still deal with your stakeholder, the SME company, the enterprise, the supplier, they may not attend any training, any consulting session before this in terms of project management. Yeah. So this is something that I want to share with you. So make it simple. In project management, whatever that you already know, this 10 knowledge area, please add a layer of sustainability on top of it. That's it. Simple as that. Maybe you are from this listed company, maybe you're from a large company, or maybe some government agency, government body, or maybe GLC company. You guys already got a blueprint of ESG transformation, green project management, PMO office. You have that. Then you have a blueprint. You are transforming, excellent. No problem. You carry on. But this one may apply to your SME, your supply chain, because they don't have the budget, they don't have the resources to, just like you, your company, to have this consultant come in, do a blueprint, and then all department put the allocation of the budget money into it. So the whole factory, the whole building on the top roof, everything built solar panel. And then we have our this green water. And then we do a lot of this transformation in terms of the transparency, in terms of our this governance. This SME company, they can't. But I mean, very cruel reality is in Malaysia, about 85% of our business run by SME. So there's something that we need to think of. That's why Sustainable here, we focus on the SME for this part, help you to build a supply chain where they can very simple, okay, transform their project management processes into green. That's why green project management strategy come into the picture, right? So all the details, how to do this, the practical example, how can we do something green in terms of scope, how can we add the layer of sustainability in terms of time management, cost management, quality management, that one I will share in a separate session. Well, today I don't have much time advantage for this part, all right? So this is something, the concept is here. How can we do a sustainability integrate into here? And then this is something that very, very important, okay? Because I present the same to this Southeast Asia, like especially our Indonesia company. So this is something that for green project management, mainly this especially in Malaysia, I'm talking in Malaysia context first, a lot of our SIB company facing this, I can say the pain point. They are trying to do the ESG transformation, right? Because they to apply, implement the ESG, but there is a lot of this noise, okay, in their head, because what they worry the most is what if the ESG transformation fail? The ESG, this organizational ESG transformation, mainly is implement the ESG reporting, where all the functional department will come into place. They need to contribute to this ESG reporting. They need to collect all the data. But a lot of company, when they start to have this functional department to get involved, sometimes the project that all these individual functional department that they handle, or some cross project, they handle each other. For cross department, they handle similar project. That particular project may temporarily put on hold because there are so many data that need to be collected, and what are the SOP, what are the basis, all baseline is something that need to really have a comprehensive discussion. Put in like what I say, this company can put in the blueprint first. From blueprint, they derive the strategy. They break it down again. What is the first step, second step, third step? But for SME company, they don't have this luxury resources to do all this. So sometimes they do not know how to start to do ESG, but they know that they must carry on their project because they are part of the project supply chain. They must carry on the project. So the ESG transformation, they just put it aside. If fail, even worse, if they start to implement, at the end, at the half of the way, fail, that means the whole project will start. The company may get bankrupt. That's why here right now, what we practice here is actually get the company to start this green project management. Take one project, for example, the project one. You start with this green project management first. Functional department, your company no need to go through all this ESG transformation, no need first. You just take with one project, one particular project, and you get this functional department to support in certain percentage of their resources. For example, 10% from each functional department, they support this project one, really make this project one to green. How we say that is actually like for this particular project one, we really go into the SDG goal, ESG framework. We integrate into this project by calculating, for example, the logistic planning for this project one. Logistic planning. For this project one, we calculate the CO2 emission, all the delivery, logistic planning, we calculate properly. For this project one, for example, this biodiversity, or this, the female can become, also the female can become equality, female can become the project manager. And for this project one, is like transparency, no corruption in terms of procurement, and transparency in terms of the profit, net profit, the EBITDA, where, for example, let's say 5% from this project one will definitely be allocated back as a bonus for the whole project team. Instead of the conventional way, project one, project two, project three, okay, whatever profit, gather, accumulate, go back to the top management, do the discussion, shall we give the bonus, yes or no? But right now, it's project one, is independent. This project, if make profit, okay, transparent, you get the profit. So this is something that really sustainable, okay, towards the sustainable, the 17 goals, that's what they want. So that everyone, the vision is everyone, you can by year 2020 live in the peaceful, prosperous life. That's why when this project one, we're able to make it green, then we can copy paste the method. Because this project one, if let's say we make it green successfully, then this function department actually they contribute their effort into it. So we copy paste to project two, project three, this successful model. At the end of the day, all project make sure it works. And the shareholder themselves will feel like, oh, okay, shareholder, I'm not talking about stakeholders. Shareholder of the company is like, wow, feel safe, works, okay? So long company can still make money, even though lesser a bit because you want to transparent, definitely everything go green, sustainable. So lower, or the profit is decreasing, but it doesn't matter. So long the company still make some profit, can survive, then now it's time. We can transform the whole organization in the ESG reporting for overall. So it's actually like the bottoms up, instead of just on top down, where there's a gap between this function department and the project team. Right now, if your company already started ESG transformation, by all means, go ahead, right? It's just that from project point of view, this particular one project, let's start first, so that we can get this business model, the project execution model from this project, what we implement to others. Because do remember, every project is not by your company, one layer you can complete. Definitely, you have this client, you have your contractor and supplier. So you can see there's a project supply chain. So listed company in the recent news, I think last month, December, this our federal government already emphasized, Prime Minister already emphasized, saying that push the listed company or GLC company to subsidize their contractor, their supplier, the whole supply chain to do some training for this ESG sustainability. That's why the connection is a green project. One project will link many layers from listed company, from large company, medium company, small company, enterprise, individual, all will link by one project. So take one project, we get a successful model, we copy paste. So it's something that we can do for this green project management. As I said here, integrating green project management into company business is no longer an optional. It's actually a strategic imperative to accelerate ESG transition, right? So it's something that I explain from the other perspective for you to understand after I gather the information in Malaysia and Southeast Asia this part. So another one is about green project management. Are you ready to make sustainable decision? Because this is one of the very important word that I say, sustainable decision. Are you ready to make for it or not? Because throughout this project execution, okay, there are many decisions. It can be up to thousands decisions that you have to make since the initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and closing. These 5 phases of the project life cycle. So as a project leader, you may be the project manager, project sponsor, project this admin, project team member. It doesn't matter who are you, what role that you are playing, but are you ready to make sustainable decision throughout the project life cycle? But here in Sustainable here, this green project mentioned here, we are talking beyond project life cycle. Because in order for us to hit up all the way to sustainability, okay, comply the ESG framework, so we need to make sustainable decision through our project life cycle and also beyond the life cycle, which is the stage of benefit realization, that including the operational and also disposal. That means throughout your project, although you make it very sustainable, when you pass to your client, you need to make sure your client or customer, when they do the operation part, it can be sustained as well. It's also in a sustainability approach, and also it's meeting their ESG compliant, so that this particular product that you deliver, so that this project that you executed and deliver the product, the end product, the whole life cycle of the product and project actually complying to the ESG framework, heading toward the SDG. So throughout this journey, right, the project execution journey, the decision you make is very important. You need to make sure you make sustainable decision. And how you make the sustainable decision is from you yourself, right? You remember the characteristic that I mentioned? So it's something that characteristic that you need to have. And then the leadership. So of course, later this I'm going to share with you how can we enhance, help us to make sustainable decision. That's why we need some technology. All right, it's something that will come in later. I'm going to show you. But here I just want to let you to see that in green project management, we are not only talking about how to execute the project in a sustainable way, but we are talking about beyond that. That's very important. If today you still don't have the mindset beyond the project life cycle, I think it's time for us to adopt it, because you may contribute to the delay, the 43%. Why we cannot achieve 100%? Because you may be one of the factor, or maybe your project team, your company is one of the factor that contribute to the delay of our this sustainability project. So it's something that we need to look into it. All right. So here is very simple. Okay. In the last part of this session, I'm going to share with you about this technology-driven green project management. Also, these are something that you guys already know. Okay, at least one part of that. Okay, the ESG management system. At least you guys heard about it, or some of our companies already using it. But there's another part we call verified carbon credit platform. This part mainly the listed company and some GLC company, they may know about it because they need that to fulfill this top management listed company requirement of this. So let me share with you. Just like I mentioned, we shall make sustainable decision throughout the project life cycle, right? Thousands decisions you make. So how can we ensure that we can constantly make sustainable decision instead of we fall back, okay? We're falling back to the old way of thought, maximize the profit, maximize the profit, maximize the profit, right? So here, we can actually averaging on the ESG management system, which the ESG software, all those reporting system. The other one is a verified carbon credit platform. Let me share with you the verified carbon credit platform first. Then after that, I come back to the ESG. But ESG, most of us, we know about it. So we go to verified carbon credit platform first. All right. So for this part, how can we, throughout the project execution stage, how can we make sure that we can make you leveraging on the verified carbon credit platform? Let's have a look. So first and foremost, let us have watch a video for 2 minutes regarding this verified carbon credit platform. The video source is actually from this gold standard, because for carbon credit platform in the current markets, famous is about this gold standard. Another one is a Verra, V-E-R-R-A. So basically these two, of course there are others. So let's have a look. How does it work? How can this used to certify our project is green, where you can have reliable source, and then you can attract more customer because your project certified green. Another way is this platform enable your project to be certified as green, and then enable your project to certify how many CO2 emission that you already save, how many tons of CO2 you save. And then most interesting part is you can monetize, okay? You can make money from the carbon credit, all right? The carbon CO2 that you save, you can sell this carbon credit to others company, and then you make money for your project. So that's quite interesting. Let's have a look.
Gold Standard for the Global Goals is a next-generation standard designed to accelerate progress toward a climate
No worry, there's a start for the video. So let me restart my this PowerPoint first. So give me a second. Let me restart my PowerPoint, and then I will share again for this part. So maybe within this 1 minute, okay, you can grab some water, drink some water first. Let me restart it. So give me a minute. So we can treat it as a small break. All right, 1 minute break. All right, I'm restarting. I got my PPT out. All right, let me select the slide, and then I share with you guys. Okay, so this will be the slide. Okay, let me share with you. I got a TV screen over here, so sometimes I may look up. All right, that's the slide. Okay. So can you guys see my slide? I believe you can see my slide. Okay, good. Okay. So this is the slide. Let me maximize it. All right, good. Okay, let me play the video. The video is about 2 minutes. All right, thank you for your patience. All right, waiting for the video. So let me play the video. Okay. A moment.
Gold Standard for the Global Goals is a next-generation standard designed to accelerate progress toward a climate-secure and sustainable world. Projects developed following the standard can quantify, certify, and maximize their impacts toward the Paris Agreement and the Sustainable Development Goals. The standard is relevant for a broad range of interventions, creating customized impact pathways depending on what a project wants to achieve. Based on the type of activity, the impacts you seek to deliver, and whether you're looking for credible claims for reporting or you're seeking results-based payments, the standard provides the flexibility you need. The standard also provides guidance for projects based on their context. Large-scale sustainable urban development projects have additional guidelines on how to navigate this complex stakeholder landscape. Landscape-level activities will find guidance on how to carefully manage trade-offs and interconnected ecosystems. Community-based projects can design their activities sensitive to the unique needs of the local people. Once your objectives are clear, The standard delivers the right safeguards, stakeholder engagement processes, and impact qualification methodologies to design your project according to the best practice. Take a cook stove project as an example. The project would follow the community services activity requirements, adhere to the stakeholder inclusivity and safeguarding principles relevant for cook stove interventions. If you then wanted to leave carbon credits to monetize the climate impacts, you would demonstrate financial need, follow the gold standard approved impact methodology, and adhere to specific monitoring requirements. Once impacts are verified by a third-party auditor, Gold Standard takes the final certification decision and issues the relevant products that can be monetized and additional certified claims for SDG reporting. This robust, customized process means that all projects certified under Gold Standard for the global goals go beyond climate outcomes, delivering transformational benefits for communities and ecosystems around the world to help achieve climate security and sustainable development for all.
All right. So just now there's the video explaining about how can we make our project green, right? In order to have a positive outcome impact to our environment, to rescue our climate this crisis. And also at the same time, you can make your project green in order to monetize. So that's something very interesting part because it will create a circular economy because you get the funding to do your project. And after you do your project, you make it green. The last time we say, I don't want to make it green. I don't want to make it sustainable because a lot of costs are incurred. At least I may have some solar panel. I may have some this transparency, procurement side. I must have this comparison on my PO, a lot of things. So incur extra costs. There's something hinder all our project team, our project sponsor company to move forward to make it green. But right now, if let's say you're able to make your project green, and then you can enroll your this higher management, tell your client, okay, hey, give more about budget because at the end of the day, after we make the project green, we get it certified, we can actually sell the carbon credit, the carbon, the CO2 emission, the tons of CO2 that we save in our project. Of course, we need to do some optimization of this, we call it the logistic planning, which contractor, which supplier that you engage, all that kind of thing. You need to do something onwards on that. Then you can make your project green and then you can sell the carbon credit. And the money that you make from carbon credit, you can finance back your project or finance other projects. So overall, your company, as I said, in the profit side, yes, short term, less profit, but in long term, more profit. That's how we come. That's why all this commodity, this kind of platform, verified carbon is kind of appearing because at the end of the day, green project supposed to be self-sustainable. Self-sustainable. That's my opinion. It's supposed to be like that. So that's why here I give you an overrun of self. But I won't go into details for this part because only 2 hours. So for this one, I just let you have a look. So when you, if let's say you are the GLC company, you are the listed company, you are the government listed company, and you want to initiate some project, actually this is something that you can think of, right? Let me share with you. Okay, this is one of the case study, okay? Case study. And who did this case study? Of course, I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the user. Okay, I'm the user. I'm not the one that run this Indonesia biogas program. But I just want to share with you the concept of this. So this is on the gold standard, because for me myself, I go to gold standard. I check through. There are so many projects in the gold standard that are certified green. Okay, that are allowed to sell the carbon credit. And this Indonesia biogas program is actually one of the projects that attract me, okay, attract my eyes. Hey, this is a project that I'm looking for. Why? I'll explain to you later why I'm looking for this Indonesia project, green project. So for this one, you can see that 1 ton of the CO2 that they are selling is 24 USD dollar. 1 ton is 24 USD dollar. So here, why is this project about? Of course, they will explain. That's what is about green project management actually. As you see just now, this slide here is actually also what is the procedure to make your project green. You see stakeholder inclusivity, all this. All right, so this project that I explained a bit. So this is Indonesia biogas program. So mainly this part you can see here, they are like farming incoming. Okay, domestic biogas provide a sustainable way for small farmers with livestock to reduce the dependence on firewood and expensive fossil fuel for cooking. So that means they replace all this fossil, okay, for this more expensive cooking style. So they replace with the biogas. So this project, after they implement in this Indonesia, okay, for one of these community, so you can see that's a result here. Okay, this part is a result. So 28,557 biogas installation have been installed, and 9,000 households use this bio gas as a fertilizer. All this, the project has achieved the following impacts to 2023. So that means this project actually aligned, they are kind of complying to the Sustainable Development Goal, SDG goal number 30, the climate change. How is it? So 528,000 tons of CO2 reduced, verified 2001 to 2023. That means within this year, if let's say this 9,000 household will remain to use a fossil, they will create 528,000. Because there is something mathematical you can calculate. You check back the community or the household every day, how much, what is the cooking the food that they use. You calculate this, by right, they will create 528,000 tons of CO2. But by their doing this project, they convert all this fossil to biogas. They save this 528,000. All right. So this 528,000, right, after being certified, yes, really safe. So then they can put in the market and sell. That's why you can see 24 ringgit per ton they sell. And then left only 453 carbon credit in stock. While others, I believe they may sell quite some years, because since 2011 to 2023, they can particularly year by year to sell it. So this is something that we say is kind of like economic impact on here. And of course, beside this goal number 13, they can also achieve SDG goal number 1, no poverty. Goal number 2, zero hunger. There's more, cheaper this biogas compared to everyone. You can buy the gas and cook. SDG 5, gender equality. SDG 7. So this is something that direct align the project management towards the SDG goal, as I explained at the early stage of our presentation here today. So here, interesting part is they market this 1 ton of CO2 as 24 USD dollar. And something interesting, you can see there's some vintage of credit, because this one is the old project, right? 2011 to 2023. So in the previous time, if you're able to sell, you create to save, let's say this word, if you're able to save the CO2 in the long time ago, then actually you contribute more to save the earth, right? Because right now there are too many CO2. Last time a little only. If you're able to do something green, that means at that time you already save the resources instead of right now. That's why it's just like the red wine. The previous year one, that one is more valuable. So if let's say right now you have some credits, it's just like the crypto. You have some credit of this. In future, you can sell at a higher price or more. It depends on the market. But it's something, another game changer as well. So for this one, what I did with it, just now I say that I go to gold standard, right? I want to find a project. Why I want to find a project and buy the carbon credit? Because last year, as you see just now when I do this introduction, there's one site, it's a CIMAX conference run by Indonesia chapter, PMI Indonesia chapter. So I flew all the way, okay, I fly there to this Malang. So when I fly to this Indonesia, so the flight from KL, I fly to Surabaya. Surabaya, then we will take this bus or the taxi all the way to the Malang. So the flight that I take from KL to Malang, and from to Surabaya, and from Surabaya go back to KL, the two-way will produce, according to statistics, I go to the online and check, AirAsia, you buy all kinds of a flight, they have say the CO2 emission. So it's 700 kg, two-way flights, 700 kg. 700 kg equivalent to 0.7 ton. That's why here, I buy 1 ton. You can see, here I buy 1 ton, Indonesia Biogas Program, 24 USD. So total, this one. So here they say that 1 verified emission reduction. This credit has been retired, saving 1 ton of CO2 emission from being released into the atmosphere. So I buy this 1 ton. So now my questions to every one of you, why I select this Indonesia project? Because in the platform, Go Center platform there are so many projects around the world, including this Africa. There are many, some projects, China, some other projects as well. But in Southeast Asia, not only Indonesia, they also go Vietnam, Cambodia, some even in Malaysia, Sabah, Sarawak, some other project there. So why I choose Indonesia? Any one of you know about it? If let's say you know about it, kindly please put in the chat box. Okay, I see whether you answer correctly or not. All right. So why I buy Indonesia project, but I don't buy others project. Okay, in other country, but I only for this one I need to buy Indonesia project. Why? Okay, please put the chat box later this. So this is something that I say that when it comes to this climate, actually, for your project, you have many ways, you have the option, but remember, that's a sustainable decision that you make. Toward which direction of sustainability is up to you, whether you want to monetize your project, or maybe you just want to have a positive impact to create an impact to our community so that we can achieve this SDG goal. It's up to you. So this is something that I want to share with you. We can have this technology-driven green project management at this part. All right. So another one something that I mentioned here is about, besides the verified carbon credit platform. So let's go back to this ESG management system. For the ESG management system is very simple and straightforward. So this is something that this ESG is this thing we call it a management software. So ESG is the framework. Framework means that they want to see, because ESG framework is for the investor and your stakeholder to assess your company, how good you are doing for this sustainability. So this ESG management software is actually helping your company to collect all those data, okay, your business data, so that you can present in the report to show to your stakeholders, your shareholders, your investor, or your client in Europe, in US, because they are handling their scope 1 and 2, their supply chain will need to do the scope 3 for the CO2 emission, all this. So there's something they want to see. So here, environment, ESG, like how I said, environmental, social governance. I won't go into details because there are more interesting part at the back. So this is one of the sample of this ESG management software that we say is a convened ESG. This one of the sample only. There are many more. All right. They have these others like the SBTI, a lot of things, GRI reporting, many. So this is one of the sample. Main thing is this ESG management software is to help your company to track your data and performance, get a full view of your ESG performance, compare your year-to-year data. So now, actually, this ESG management software is such like, it's a reporting, how good your company doing the sustainability. So it's kind of like similar to us, okay, individual. So usually, I believe you guys, you will do the medical checkup, right? Either 1 year or maybe 2 years one time. Some of you maybe very frequent, half a year one time. So in your medical report, this medical report, we'll do the checkup. They will give you a medical report. So this medical report card that you have, usually once you open, it will show a lot of things, what kind of criteria. Usually, some people may have high cholesterol, some of the disease, whatever, this positive, negative. Definitely, we will see everything negative, good right? So this is something like a report card. So medical report card and this ESG report card is the same. So you just get a piece of paper, you look at that, or either you are, if let's say you are the medical report card, you are physical, very healthy. So your stakeholder means who? Your spouse, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, boyfriend, or maybe your children, your parents, your friends, your colleague will be happy because you can go back office and work more, right? So they're all very happy, your stakeholders. The ESG reporting, the same thing. Once you're very healthy ESG reporting, wow, everything good. That means you are doing the goal number 1, 2, 3, all aligned to SDG. You take care of the environmental by installing solar panel. One by one, everything is missing now. Your investor will be very happy. Your client very happy. Your client in Europe very happy. In US very happy. In Japan, Korea very happy. In China also happy. Everyone happy. Then they do business with you, right? So there's a reporting. But if let's say your report card is not good, how? You fall back to your company, your business processes, right? If let's say you are a project-based company, you will fall back to your project processes, how you do your project. Because at the end of the day, this report card, okay, this is just for ESG transformation reporting. But deep down, the root there, the ground there is about project management. It's a you are from project basis company. So green project management, the way you do your project sustainably, that's the fundamental. So the whole context of this sustainability, the fundamental here will be this part, how you do your project. So when this part, if you able, for example, let's say, just on the report card, the medical report, the doctor say, hey, not good, you're very high cholesterol. You go back, next time, for example, here you can see, compare your year-over-year data, right? Medical report card say the same thing. Hey, 6 months later, I believe some of you should now, I'm sure you have this experience. 6 months later, please come back, see me, this doctor again. I want to check your cholesterol, whether reduced or not. For maybe 9.0, must be reduced to the normal 5.2, healthy rate. So within this upcoming 6 months, what are you going to do with your body? Are you going to exercise more? Are you going to reduce your fat, unhealthy diet? Are you going to be very disciplined, sleep early, 11 o'clock, go to sleep, morning you wake up, do exercise? So very simple. The investor, the stakeholder, the doctor, all your stakeholders, your spouse, everything, they do not care what you do, but you must, next 6 months later, give a report card 5.2, right? The medical report will come out must be 5.2. So within this 6 months, you will go back to your daily routine. For example, physically, you need to decide, make a healthy decision, not sustainable. Something is for green project management. You make a healthy decision. This morning, I must wake up, do some exercise. When you come to the lunchtime, everyone asks you to go for nasi lemak. You say, no, I want to go for this salad. So you must very disciplined, consciously make this a healthy decision. So that at the end, 6 months later, you got a medical report card 5.2. So again, the same thing, put it back to here. Your ESG reporting card is not good at all. So what can you do your company? So project basis company, go back to the project, must do it green, right? Sustainable project, so that you consistently make the thousands of project decisions in a sustainable way, sustainably focused, aligned, okay, to SDG, compliant, so that at the end, 6 months later, your project can deliver, can generate some of the data after captured by ESG, calculate analysts. Wow, good. Very good report card. Your investors from the sad face turn to smiley face. So this is something that we say green project management actually is a parallel, work together, parallel strategy. They towards the same direction, comply to ESG, align to SDG. So that's the concept that I want to share with you for this part. So ESG management software. And then this is what I shared just now, the whole essence. So it's like from the green project management for this part is the fundamental, okay? You're already doing project, you're already good in doing project. I totally understand. Just add another layer of sustainability. There are many ways to do it, okay, in Malaysia, in South Asia. So here for this part, the project life cycle until benefit realization stage, we cover all, right? After we cover all, we can leverage on technology, the ESG management system, because investor, how to check our company whether we do sustainability or not, whether you do your project green or not, they do not know. They come from the ESG reporting, very simple. And then verified carbon footprint. If let's say your company say that, hey, I want to make this project green and self-sustained, then go to the verified carbon credit platform. But of course, it's more stringent a requirement. The whole project process must be green every stage and then being certified. We call third party assessor will come in and inspect. It's just like getting the ISO for a company. This one is getting ISO for your project. But anyway, there's a direction to go. But your company, the top management, before they say they'll go ESG transformation, actually project point of view, they shall have this strategic planning, how they are going to do. When I talk about this, yes, listed company, large company, got resources, no problem. They can go ahead, engage all consultants to come in. But right now, come to SME. Malaysia now come to a stage, not only the listed and large company, they already got the awareness, they're doing it, but it's the awareness to the SME. It's the doing part for the SME, how they can do if they do not know about it. That's why training, consulting come in. And if you are from listed company, just like what our Prime Minister said in the last month, federal government saying that you have this, okay, not compulsory, but encourage you to have this application, okay, this responsibility to subsidize your supply chain. That's why You got so many suppliers, so many contractors from your big listed company. You got so many suppliers, so many contractor vendors. How can you subject everyone to go for training consulting, right? So, okay, my sustainable advice is very simple, very practical. Start from one project. One particular project, connect to all these certain supplier, contractor, vendor in this project. Okay, go for particular training or some consulting. So that at least you have one supply chain that is meeting the requirement, comply to ESG, heading to SDG. Then only your project team and your company able to compete, not only in Malaysia, but in Southeast Asia. But that's what I do for Southeast Asia as well. Indonesia, Brunei, I'm telling them the same thing. And Indonesia, I can tell you, very aggressive. So that's why next year I'm going to Jakarta as well. So it's something that, yeah, our nation country, our neighborhood country, they are doing it. So this is something that I want to share with you. Actually, green project management is just a fundamental. Every company can do it. It's just like the concept, all right, and how we change the way we work in project management. So finally, all right, so the integrating ESG into the project life cycle, everyone takes ownership to make sustainable decision, because one day from a project junior all the way to the project leader, one day to a project sponsor, project director, all the way up, you guys just take the ownership to make sustainable decision. And then this green project management can definitely serve as a very strong foundation, the cornerstone to build your company to meet the to comply to ESG and meet the SDG goal, so that we Malaysia here can really expedite the progress, hit the 100% that we set, the goal that we set in 2030. So basically, that's all for today's sharing. And now it's 11:30, so the timing is okay. All right, just accurate. So now, yep. So since it's webinar, so I say thank you first. Thank you for everyone that you listen. I understand that some of you may have different idea, different thoughts. Some of you may agree with what I said, some of you may not. But again, I'm putting the best practices in Malaysia, what I observe in our company here, the supply chain, and also Southeast Asia, make a comparison, bring the best and share to you. And I cannot say that I'm the one that is to lead everyone to that. We walk shoulder to shoulder. Well, I've never been to 2020. I don't have a time machine. I cannot go there and come back and tell you what should we do. Now, we try and error, but we smart way lah, best practices. All right, so that's all for today. Sustainable Green Project Management in the era of ESG. In 2 hours, I can only share with you this much. But in, let's say, the 2 days program, I can share with you more. And then we can demonstrate some of your company or nature business. How are you going to put into this green project management so you can run it? And then we can share more on the two days of training over that part. All right. So left only this time, I will pass to our moderator. And then if there any question, Q&A, kindly put in a Q&A box and then we will answer. Now I pass the floor back to our moderator. Give you a big hand.
Okay, thank you, Henry. Thank you, Henry. Okay, everyone. Okay, now is our Q&A session. So, you guys can chat in our Q&As. Chat your question in our Q&A part, and then we can discuss here with Henry.
Yeah, just now I see some of they put 1 hour ago, they put 222. So very good. Okay, now I see the response.
Yeah, you can see now that.
Good. Yeah, any questions from the floor from these 48 people that in webinar? All right, you feel free to ask. Because come to this condition, either the way I explain is very good or they totally don't understand. But of course, when based on the number 2 answer, by right, okay, good. Yeah, please feel free to ask, put in this Q&A so they answer you if let's say you have any question on this. Yeah, back to floor, moderator.
Yeah. Okay. For now we just waiting for another 1 minute. If got 1 minute for the question, maybe they're typing now.
Sure,
For
no
yeah.
problem.
Okay, we just want. Okay, just got one question coming. Can
Hmm.
see you can see that, Henry.
The questions.
Question in Q&A part.
Let me see. I can't see 22. I only see 22 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe you can read for
Okay,
me.
I can read for you lah. Okay, the first one is how do you think Malaysian can sustain with the green project? The people of Malaysia are not so aggressive in making the change, despite despite of all incentive offer.
Not very aggressive in making the change despite of the incentive offer. That means okay. So from this question, we can see that actually some of the companies, okay, they already acknowledge that Malaysia got get an incentive, but they still don't really want to make the change because they still do not feel the pressure yet from the their client side. For example, there's one a client of mine, so they are from this steel manufacturing plant. So all this what they consider during my oil and gas time, I know this company. So usually we buy some this steel raw material from the piping tube, 36-inch, buy all this from this company, and then they charge quite a high price. Okay, good quality, high price. But the thing is, they even though with this kind of skill of the company, they do not go to ESG transformation and green project management. Why? They said not necessary. Still can do business in Malaysia. However, recently, end of last year, they come to me, okay, because I know the son of the boss. So the son come to me saying that, hey, actually, I need some consultation regarding the ESG because they just received one requirement from their Europe client saying that need to have this scope 1, 2, and 3. So scope 1, 2, and 3 is basically the SBTI science-based technical SBTI standard. So the Europe client, they will do the scope 1 internal their factory. Okay, whatever CO2 that they produce, they need to calculate for their part. Scope 2 is about that their client company as well, how they buy their for sale, all these they need to calculate. But scope 3 is a supply chain. That is direct related to my this friend's company here, the steel manufacturing plant, because they are this Europe client is their one of the big client. So they have no choice. They come to me saying that, hey, I need to go for ESG or some green project management. So at that point of time, ESG transformation is something big. Need to get our shareholder to convince them. That's why I recommend them to start with the green project management because you are doing one project with this company only. So at this project, you must be green, okay, sustainable way. You combine to ESG, SDG 17 goals. So for this part, it's actually regardless whether got the company, this a government incentive or not, they have to make it green for their project or their company business because they want to get more order. So for just now to answer just now our friends here, the question saying that they are not very aggressive to make the change. Why? Because they don't have the stress and pressure from the client. That means most of their clients is internally. That means they do a business. For example, SMB company with the large company still in Malaysia, so don't feel the stress. Because Malaysia, the federal government not yet stringently tighten the loophole, not yet. But 2030 is coming. So left only 5 years time. Let's say we calculate 2030, 1st of January is the day we need to meet the 100% target. Now actually left only 2025, 26, 27, 28, and 29. Exactly 5 years. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this 5 year, I can assure you, upcoming this year, a lot of new rules and regulations will come in, will tighten, will strengthen it. And then most of the large, medium company, they will feel it. Small company will follow. Because Malaysia, we also cannot everything tighten at the same time. It will kill the whole supply chain, kill the SME economy. Southeast Asia country the same. They still do not dare to do that. Unlike Singapore, okay, because they are driven by the government. It's a small country. So It's different of this consideration. But here I can say that less of this the client pressure, because they are still doing this Malaysia business. This is one of the reason. If let's say you have Europe or US client, maybe you're already on the way to do the transformation. So green project mention is the way. Yep.
Okay,
Thank
hope
you.
hope this can answer your question lah. Okay, and I got another question for you is, beside biogas, is there any successful green project that has been implemented?
Yeah, biogas is mainly for the energy part. So if let's say we want green project, actually there are many ways to they got certified green project or non-certified. So non-certified is something like what we say in Malaysia, we got a lot of building under this green building index. So it's something like also green certified project, but just the construction itself. But this we call it when come to this VELA or gold standard, they are more likely is a SDG 17 goals, which not only cover the structure part, also the people part, or not environment people, but also this governance, everything. So beside this biomass under energy industry, we do have a lot of this green project in terms of construction. Malaysia, we do have a lot. And then others project like some of the, for example, NGO project, like for example, right now I'm doing this consulting and training. So to come here, give these 2 hours so-called webinar sharing, I didn't receive anything. I didn't get any tokens, any dollar and cent. So for this one, actually can consider as the I am aligning to the education goal number 4 SDG. So good quality of education that I'm providing. So it's something that we are doing it. So actually, in a lot of this industry, yes, some green project going on. It's just that most of them is non-certified. Where you want to go through the VELA or this gold standard, you need to pay to be certified. It's like ISO. A lot of companies they're doing very good, very systematic. It's just that they're doing ISO. You need to apply, you need to pay money. So it's similar, the same thing to green project.
Mm. Okay, another one is was how about credit can help company? Carbon
Uh,
credit, yeah.
Yeah, carbon credit usually this at the moment is the game of the listed company and large company and some MNC company, because this company they are kind of like we call it in Malaysia still voluntary basis. So upcoming there will be some this for rules and regulation to be implemented. So to answer the question, how can this carbon credit help a company? If let's say you are the listed company in the top range of the company, you do a lot of business with overseas company, especially US and Europe, the very high requirement on this CO2 emission. Then your company, I mean, unfortunately, let's say you are the oil and gas company, it's very hard and challenging for you to reduce your CO2 emission during the manufacturing and during the this construction stage. Very hard. So that means you need to buy the carbon credit. For example, 1 year your company produce 10,000 tons of this CO2, and you try to optimize your this ESG compliant, optimize your project management, but some of the process, just manufacturing process or construction, just cannot be eliminated or being mitigated. So no choice. You still at least you still produce 10,000 tons of CO2. Then you can buy the carbon credit in the market. At least you buy 10,000 CO2 to contrast to offset your 10,000 tons CO2 that you produce. It's not the so-called long solution, but temporary. At least you contribute some money to other green project so that you offset it. So that other project they can take the money and then carry. Because they have the advantages, they have this criteria, they have an environment to do green project in their industry where you do not have. That's why you pay to them, you buy their carbon credit, encourage them to do more, and at the same time you offset yours. But in long term, you still need to turn your oil and gas company what it is to renewable energy. Yeah, so that's the concept. So temporary solution, carbon credit can help your company. But when it comes to 2030, 2040, 2050, every company need to be net zero, no carbon emission. And then carbon credit also can help you. Everyone will go for green.
Okay. Just another one is since environmental is a part of ESG, What is the role of Department of Environmental? JOE.
Wow, this is a very big question. So I don't think I have the right to
Yeah.
represent DOE to answer. But anyway, we can say that DOE definitely they will set up a lot of these guidelines and rules and regulation for us to follow. But of course, they will go back to the best practices. Yeah, because right now every country is like learning from each other. That's why this year we are this chairman of this ASEAN. So we kind of like leading this. So a lot of other countries will also exchange idea, and then Malaysia kind of we compile. So if let's say I want to answer this question, I can say that DOE, Department this environment, they will take the lead related this environment part. How should we do in the big picture and the higher level? But the deep down to bottom still go back to project. No matter what they initiated, still go back to project. And project, what we can definitely do is a green project management in a sustainable way. That's what we can do. But of course, the environment part, we can relate to DOE, their guidance, their rules and regulation. But the social governance, we still need to relate to others department. Yeah, that's why I can say in this way. But of course, I can do some research on the DOE part, and then I can exchange idea with this our friend here that asking these questions.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
I think that's all for the question right now lah.
Mm.
Okay, for now, okay, next is okay, for the who are joining us today, Infotrack have a promotion to you guys lah, because we have a 2 days class offer for you guys. We have a date for you is February, which is 10 and 11 February, and another date is 7 and 8 April. For the trainer, of course, the handsome today punya trainer is Henry Lee. Okay.
Thank
The
you.
original price for this course is 3,500. But for the today class, the participant that joined us today, yes, we are give the offer is wait, promotion for only 3,024 ringgit, inclusive SST. 2 day class. For okay, you can scan the QR code with your phone for WhatsApp us for the class. Okay, and then wait. Okay. Okay, next is okay, please leave your Google review for us, Infotrack. And then I got paste the link in our chat link, and you can click or you can scan QR code also in your screen now. And then because we have a monthly lucky draw for the Google review. So if you're lucky, you can get you can get posted in our social media lah. We will announce there for the luckiest review, our Google review.
Wow, can I
Okay.
participate?
Yeah, sure. Maybe you are lucky one.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds
Every
great.
month once.
Good.
So before we end, Henry, you have any to add on more for this?
Yeah, actually for me, for the 2 days training, that part we will go into the details. For example, like all these that I list down here, but actually I cannot see you because from the web, So it's all the details. How are we going to do that? From the big picture itself that you listen, every particular section, I will break down into details. So do you understand the concept of every single big words, and then we combine, and then we give some practical examples. How can you immediate implement some templates so that immediate in the 5 phases of a project life, you can integrate sustainability into it. So there's something that I can help you. So of course, this is not only from Malaysia, but we'll take some sample also from this Southeast Asia so that your company, your project team is at the leading role, because this year we are chair of Asian, right? So ASEAN. So very good. And then I thank you InfoTrack, and also I'm looking forward to every one of you, to see every one of you in the February class, or some of you may join the April class, but don't worry, sustainability is a long journey. Definitely
Yes.
one day I will see you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you, Andy, thank you, Andy. And then, for if you guys wish to know more about the training, for ESG, anything, you can let us know. You can WhatsApp us or email us that as in your screen now. Any training requirement that you need, you can let us know lah. So in this concert today webinar, thank you for all for your attending. We hope you have a learn and enjoy this webinar. See you again on our future event. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.